live here from New Beginnings, IFCO-TV. Very excited to have the afternoon session going now. I am Bryn Gillow, one of your co-hosts.
Frank Hahn.
And together we're now going to talk with our beloved Patti Guiliano. We're very excited to have you here on the program. We're going to talk about all sorts of different things. But first of all, I would say let's talk about a huge new group in chiropractic, LCW.
Yes.
You're very involved in that group, right?
I am.
Tell us about your role in the LCW.
Well, the LCW, the League of Chiropractic Women, was started almost 2 years ago, not quite 2 years ago. 14 of us got together and decided that it was time to have women gather together and empower each other and create an organization that would support all women in chiropractic, not just chiropractors. So that would be chiropractors, their spouses, CAs, school administrators, teachers,
Students.
yes, thank you,
Yeah.
DCs to be. And not that we wanted to create another organization in chiropractic to separate. We really felt that creating this organization would actually bring together a group that was kind of splintered. We're all doing our thing. We're having babies, and we're working in chiropractic offices. We're going to chiropractic school with babies, some single parents, and chiropractors, spouses. And so there was no place to come together to gather where we could kind of talk about these things. There are little groups happening in different areas. Dr. Naylin Marcus started the Women Jam Sessions out at Sherman, and that's sort of like a small microcosm of what we've created in the League of Chiropractic Women. So we invite everyone to go to our website and check us out, and please join us. We want to support and empower women in chiropractic. That is the main focus.
Do you want to tell us the website really quick?
Okay, website is lcwomen.com.
That's easy enough.
Pretty simple, yes.
And by the way of websites, Frank, what do we have to say here about chatting with us? How about to get interactive?
Great, excellent. So if you want to connect with us, hi. If you want to connect with us, we're on Twitter, IFCO. Sorry, there was people waving to us. Twitter hashtag IFCO. The website is www.ifcochiro.org/live. That's where you're on probably right now watching us, but if you can, share that on one of your social media, Facebook, Twitter, send it out there on any of those social media networks so more people can enjoy this because they might not know about it. We have Peter Kevorkian, Patti Guiliano's wife, on the other side of the camera. Want to pop in over here? Come on, Pete. Come on. Yep. This is a great format. Come on in.
There we go.
Peter.
Look, it's a family shot.
There you go.
Hey!
Further,
Even
further.
further.
Wait. I'm going to do this.
Oh.
I'd much rather be closer to the ladies.
Yes, I'm sure.
Whoa, Peter.
There we go.
Hi,
You're so
Peter.
pushy.
All right.
Am I a lucky guy or am I a lucky guy?
Yes.
I thought I was going to
thank
smooch
you.
you on the cheek.
Okay, let's do it. Right, come on.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think people are going to get bored
Screen
watching
capture
this.
that one. And that laugh that you heard before, now you see the face. we heard it right over there before, maybe
standing
a
right
couple
in
of
front of
hours
us there.
ago. Yep, we're like, oh, there's Peter.
There we
And
go.
looked around for him, and there he was.
My icon.
Yep.
Yes.
How's things going this weekend, Peter?
Phenomenal. What
Yeah?
a great new beginnings. Great new beginnings.
All right, we were just talking about LCW and IFCO. Oh. Thank you.
Thanks.
No,
What's
no worries.
LCW?
LCW, Ladies of
League of Chiropractic
League of
Women.
Chiropractic
Yeah.
Women.
Oh.
Chiropractic Women.
Can men join?
Yes, men can join.
Men can join. How much is it?
$100 for men to join.
Oh, really? And who is your inaugural member?
Oh, Peter. You
It
were.
was. It must
You
have
and
been
John Hoffman.
And I bet you, I renewed my membership. I don't know if Dr. John did.
Good for you.
I'll let you finish the
Okay,
interview.
thanks, Peter.
Hey,
Bye.
All righty. Back
Okay.
to business here.
Thank you for
Okay.
stopping by, Peter.
So, can I just say something
Please
about
do.
being married to a chiropractor? That there are many women that are married to chiropractors, and I feel like we have the best of both worlds. We have our support, at home, both philosophically, that we think the same way, we parent the same way, we're bringing our kids up in a I want to say philosophically congruent atmosphere at home, so that our kids, and when I say philosophically congruent, I mean that our children are taught that the answers are within them. You know, never once have I ever said to my children as they were growing up that you don't feel good, you have symptoms, you're whatever, that mommy's going to adjust you or daddy's going to adjust you and make that all go away. I really worked really hard to have my kids really understand and know that the answers are all inside, whether it's emotionally, physically, spiritually, physically, and those answers are there, and that our job as parents is to bring it forward, just bring it out, have them connect with that and be empowered with that. And not to say that I have the answer with an adjustment, or I have an answer with a vitamin or a pill or whatever it may be, that they would grow up knowing that you have a smart body, you have a healthy body. Your body, the life inside of you knows how to heal you. And that was how I believe we can be philosophically congruent as parents with our kids. And so to have a spouse who is totally aligned with that, I feel like I'm blessed, and other men and women who are married to chiropractors are blessed in that.
You are.
You know,
when Peter was on the program last time, he was chatting just about that same thing, and he used the example. Someone came into the adjusting area in your office, and they asked him a question, and he gave an answer, and then he said, you know what, hold on, why don't we bring Patti and ask that same question? And you gave the same exact answer. So exactly what you just mentioned, you guys are sharing the same alliance about chiropractic and sharing it with people in your office.
Absolutely.
Really the world.
Absolutely. Yeah, that it really makes life a whole lot more wonderful.
Do you find there's any drawbacks to having a spouse that's a chiropractor, or a home office for that sense, having life and work and everything all in one?
I have not been able to find a drawback yet.
I love that.
Never.
That's great.
You know, and it's 24/7 home office. We're together all the time. It doesn't mean that our life has been perfect. We've had our little glitches here and there, and worked through them in the last almost 31 years. Yeah, I think it really takes a special people to be able to pull that off. I don't know how many people can do that. It just came easy to us,
Right.
you know, and I say easy. When I say easy, it doesn't mean I just sat back and didn't do anything.
Right.
We work at our relationship.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah, but we work at our relationship, and constantly working on our communication skills, on communicating about how we're taking care of the people in our office, how we run the office, how we take care of our staff, how we take care of ourselves, how we support our children. It's always a conversation, and we always have an agreement at the end of it, and it's usually similar, you know, we're both coming from similar places.
Absolutely. Patti, some great things that we can do with this technology is people at home can ask us questions, and if you don't mind, somebody asked us a question already for you.
Cool,
Is that good? Yeah, all right, let's field the question. All right, so this is from a fan of IFCO. How are you encouraging high school girls, or how can you encourage high school girls to join the field of chiropractic?
Well, you know what? That's great that they asked that question, because that is something that I am gearing myself up for, for like the next stage of my practice life, to go out into the community. And there are a few schools in our area, all girls schools as well as our co-ed schools, and some of the directors of those schools come into our office. So now I'm in the process of talking to them and having them ask me to come into the school and talk about chiropractic as a career. They do career days, so that's how we can help. We can go into high schools and do career days.
Right.
They're having them all over the country, so that's a biggie. Also, we have had Girl Scouts groups come to our office. We have a community space in our office, and we open it up to the community. And I've spoken there. We have a yoga group, young girls who come in and they do yoga in our space, and they want me to come in and talk to them and empower those women. And of course, I'm going to empower them to be chiropractors. She asked about, I'm assuming it's a woman who asked about, how do you empower high school girls?
Maybe.
We could go into colleges, universities. The LCW has actually looked at that as a long-range goal, a vision for us to go to the chiropractic schools, to our chapters, our LCW chapters in the schools, and then give them projects and say, okay, so you want a project? Go into your local schools around, local high schools around the college, and do career days, and go speak in classes, and have breakfasts or lunches, and invite women from colleges to come and look at what chiropractic is all about.
And that's a real win-win, because the students from the colleges are practicing their communication skills.
There you go.
And spreading the word.
There you go.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Comes to mind, Anna Elkins at Sherman College. She came up to New York, and I think she did a phenomenal speech, right?
She
or a talk
did.
presentation.
She did.
Yeah, up in New York. It was just recently, wasn't it?
Right. The last weekend in September, we had our LCW event in New York. It was called the Art of Brilliance.
Art of Brilliance.
And there were, I was telling the women at our LCW breakfast this morning here at New Beginnings that there was a point in that day that and I'm going to cry now, it was very, very emotional for me. I sat there and I looked around the room and I marveled and felt so blessed that I was able to be in a space, in a place in chiropractic where all the speakers were women, and they weren't women that you would normally see speaking on any of the programs that are happening around the world right now relative to chiropractic. And they were amazing, and each and every one of them, there were probably 20 or 30 women speaking throughout the day who just blew me away with their speaking skills, their communication, and what they were communicating. And what was interesting is that the vendors were a little upset with us because the women did not leave the room except to go to the bathroom, and during the breaks went to the bathroom and came back in the room. You don't see that happen at seminars.
Yeah.
And that was the experience. And I just cried thinking, wow, this is history in the making. We're actually sitting here and all women speaking, and all women in the audience, a few men, helping us out with video and things like that. And it was just a phenomenal experience for me.
Speaking of Sherman College, when we were down at the last Lyceum, LCW had a meeting in the library. Were you there, Patty, in the library? At that one?
Absolutely.
Lyceum?
The women jam sessions.
Yeah, the women. I was trying to remember the title because I was looking on the card and it said boring chiropractic meeting, and then women jam session. And I said, well, I want to go to the jam session.
Yeah.
So myself,
I
came. Yeah. And I hung out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, so it was fun, and they actually used me as a test dummy or something like that to set up on chiropractic the show.
We were doing adjusting, showing different adjusting techniques based on your size and
so I volunteered my body. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but it was fun, and that was a great time. I had a good time at the event, and then afterwards, you guys met out on the lawn and had like a beautiful. What would you?
Awesome. We had ladies luncheon.
Ladies luncheon, Everybody was dressed up in the pretty hats. And,
yeah, it was Southern style.
That was beautiful.
Style.
Yeah, it was a Southern fried chicken.
You guys get to do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
So what's coming up next for LCW?
Okay, so I had to make sure I didn't forget the dates. March 14th and 15th. Well, I'm sorry. Before that, we have our Spiz and Spa. That's happening in November. I hear my husband laughing in the background. Friday, November 15th, Saturday, November 16th in St. Petersburg, Florida. We are having our Spiz and Spa. So it'll be much more laid back and more time for us to just connect and relax and be together, and we have a couple of speakers coming in, so that'll be fun. Then in March, 14th, 15th, 16th, exciting, we're going to Chicago. And it's going to be great. We have Stephanie Mage, who's in Chicago. She's already said she's blocked off time so that she can show us around and have us have a great experience in Chicago. I met
Stephanie this weekend here. She spoke up on stage
too.
Yeah.
She did. She's an amazing speaker, powerhouse woman doing some great things in Chicago.
Cool.
Yeah, and she came to New Beginnings because of the LCW.
Oh, really?
She said she'd never joined organizations because she didn't feel like she really had a space or a place, and she just stumbled onto the LCW, came to our first event. We all fell in love with each other, and then she's been like a really integral part of the LCW. She kind of jumped on board, and that's what a lot of women do. It's like they come into the organization and come to an event and they say, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? That's what we do. A lot of women do that. And so this is like a group where we all participate and we all make it happen together. So I encourage, if there are any women out there and want to be part of a group, you want to kind of show us talent, show your talent, and just be able to help the profession, please join us, call us, connect with us somehow.
Super important, and even to develop your talent too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to sit in the back of the room, I'm sure too, to just listen and be and soak it all up, right? You don't have to be the front runner.
That's right.
You can just
sit back, relax. That's what I want to do. I want to sit in the back of the room and relax.
Yeah.
And there are women you can come, nurse your babies, bring your kids, bring your spouse, and make it a fun weekend for your family. Yeah, so a lot about the LCW.
All right.
Yeah.
And any other thoughts on LCW?
Not on LCW. I was going to switch gears unless you had something else.
No, that's where I was going too. Switching
All
gears.
right. Yes. The Global Summit in the Dominican Republic.
Oh my God.
We had a blast, didn't we?
Oh, that was awesome.
So tell us a little bit, what was your favorite part? What was your biggest impression? Why should people come to a Global Summit?
The pool bar?
That is great. A great reason to come.
Oh no,
You like that better than the ocean?
No. That's the first thing I thought of. I just remembered everybody kind of like
Gathering
walking through the
around
water,
the pool bar.
gathering and around the pool bar. It was cool. But I'm an ocean person, so I was.
Yeah.
I loved being able to be at the beach, being able to be at the pool, and I loved the connections that I made at that IFCO summit. There was a couple, our friends Becky and Larry, who I had never met before, and they were there, and we became like best friends, instantly best friends, and I felt like that. I mean, that was a special connection. They've been to visit us since then, come up to our house, our office, and spent a weekend with us, and it's special, and that's what happens. Every IFCO event I've gone to, it's just different people, new people that I'm meeting from all over the world. That is the difference. It's like, it's not just people from the United States or one sector of the United States. People from all over the world showed up.
It was truly international.
Oh my God. And Danny and all the different accents, and you guys talking, German and Italian and Spanish, and I had just come back from Italy, and it was like I was getting confused. Am I speaking Italian? Am I speaking Spanish? So that was probably the biggest thing, and also the fact that we had time to really step back and just get to know each other and to schmooze about chiropractic and support each other in practice and mentor some of our peers, mentoring each other and not just mentoring. And there were students there, and then there were Peter Morgan and Liam and Brad had their mission trip that was going to happen the next week. So we had those people there, and it was truly an amazing experience. And then the speakers, I hope did you videotape that?
Yes, actually they
yes,
did.
The whole thing
Yep,
was
Liam
videotaped.
is giving me the videotapes too
Thing,
to organize it even more.
Because for those of you that were not there, contact the IFCO, and you've got to watch that one day, it was one day of speakers,
Yes.
and it was amazing, absolutely amazing speakers, and I don't know what else to say. It was just, it empowered me as a chiropractor. It empowered me to go back and be a better chiropractor. And not that, coming to new beginnings, same thing. It was just different because I was on vacation, yet I was
And you were on your anniversary
immersed,
too, right?
and it was our anniversary.
Yeah,
but I was
congratulations.
immersed in wonderful, awesome chiropractic people.
So is it fair to say you're looking forward to the next global summit?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good.
Where's it going to be? Las Vegas or?
I think Brazil has
Brazil?
come up there.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know on
It's a
that
secret.
announcement yet. So be patiently and wait on that announcement. We'll find out soon.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
When I got at the resort, you were the very first person to come up, give me a big hug, and greet me, and so that was nice. That was very special. And
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun the whole time. We were out there actually on Tuesday, and I mentioned this before to the viewers. As the days went on, more chiropractors were showing up, and there was a bigger buzz each day as it went on, and the momentum was building and building up until that weekend when it was time to hear the speakers talk, and by then it was outstanding. And,
It was.
Yeah, so that was a great time we had out there.
It was emotionally, physically, spiritually,
Right.
on all levels. It was just a high.
Yeah, and let's see. I remember specifically going to the ocean. It was like midnight. We went down to the beach, out there in the ocean, just swimming around because it was beautiful. It was warm, and you could just like right now here in New Jersey, it is below freezing.
No.
The ocean water?
This morning it was 29 degrees.
In the ocean?
No, here in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But during the day it's gorgeous, it's sunshine, it's beautiful.
Yeah, because I was going to go jump in the ocean tomorrow.
Oh, good
with
for
Jim
you.
Cook.
And join the Polar Bear Club.
I love it. I love it. Hot, cold, doesn't matter.
So what can we do to, if a person, let's say a female comes up to us in our office and they ask us, now, Dr. Hahn, are there women chiropractors? How should we respond to them? Like a young woman. Because that happens to me in my office, and I always tell them, yeah, there is, but how would you answer that question?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
okay.
the same answer I give. Yeah.
So, 30 years ago, probably more than 30 years ago, because I graduated then. So, 35 years ago, okay, I told my chiropractor at the time that I was going to be a physical therapist. And he said, well, why are you going to do that? And I said, because I want to help people. And he said, well, why don't you go to chiropractic school? And I said, are there women chiropractors? I only knew one woman chiropractor, and I just never. It was 1976 or something, and I guess the same thing.
Yeah.
You being asked, are there women chiropractors? I didn't realize that for whatever reason. And so he said, yeah, I want to give you some names. I want you to go talk to these women chiropractors. I went and talked to the women chiropractors, and 3 months later, I was at Life College.
Nice.
And it was just, I didn't know. So it sort of follows the question that the person who emailed us. We have to let people know, first of all, that chiropractic is a career, and then we have to let women know and that chiropractic is an amazing career for women also. And so I tell all my little kids that come in and get adjusted, especially the little girls, be like, you would be a great chiropractor. You're going to be a chiropractor like Dr. Patti someday. Yeah. And so I'm planting the seeds. And so, yes, you should say to them, absolutely. There are some phenomenal women chiropractors, and you should tell them that women chiropractors are even better than men chiropractors.
Yeah.
My husband would tell you that.
Funny enough, my son has the exact opposite experience. When he was maybe 3 or 4 years old, he told me he'll be a chiropractor. And I said, well, that's great. And he says, well, I'll be a woman. And I'm like, why would that be the case? And he says, well, you have to be a woman to be a chiropractor. Because he only knew. He knew me, he knew my associate, he knew Sharon Gorman, his godmother.
Yeah.
You know, for him, chiropractors were all women.
Right.
So he was pretty sure he would have to become a woman to be a chiropractor.
That is great.
So
That's great. So
Kids say
that's
the
the flip
greatest
side. The flip side. That's cool.
yeah.
Very
Well,
cool.
Patti, let's give them one more time how we get in touch with the LCW.
Okay. The LCW is lcwomen.com. And pretty easy. Go online, check us out, and please become a member.
They can find you on Facebook as well, right?
They can find me on Facebook. I don't often go on Facebook.
No, the LCW.
Oh, the LCW, yes.
I mean,
yes.
you as well.
But me personally, probably send me an email.
Okay, that's better.
Yes.
Or
text you.
Or text my husband, text smoke signals.
Yeah, Facebook hasn't worked out really well with Patti yet.
No, but I do have an iPhone now, so I'm getting better. So
Nice.
if you want to contact me, it's Patti with an I, G, DC at Gmail. So I'd be happy to hear from you too.
Okay, thank you so much for stopping by the program.
welcome.
Bryn, anything else to...
I actually just want to throw in one last little bit.
Yes.
I think just about everybody who's been to your office will agree on this. If you ever want to see the ideal, beautiful, perfect chiropractic office, home office, most wonderful place on earth, and you're ever up in Massachusetts in the Boston area, you need to go and stop at Westwood Family Chiropractic.
Absolutely.
Because that office, I mean, as a student, wow. That,
Thank you.
I love my office now, but your office, I'd trade with you in a heartbeat.
Oh, God, that's very nice.
Okay, if
Thank
anybody
you.
from my office is listening, I love you guys. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, come and visit. We have, you can come do your student internship with us. We have interns from all the different schools, and we would be happy to house you, feed you, support you, and have you learn everything you want to learn, need not to learn, and that's how we give back to the profession.
Absolutely.
And they can come up for a philosophy night too.
Yes.
Once a month for the last 22 years, Peter and I have been hosting the Mass Alliance for Chiropractic Philosophy nights. Second Saturday of every month at our home office. I feed you, and I feed you my famous pasta sauce,
Nice.
gravy as we say in New Jersey.
Gravy, yes.
Red gravy. And so come visit, call, connect, and we'd love to have you.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Patti.
so much, Patti.
This was a lot of
Yep.
fun.
It was fun.
It's fun. We'll do it again one time.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are awesome.
You too. You rock.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, our
And
pleasure.
Thank you, Jeff.
Guys,
You're awesome.
Patti Guiliano.